The 2026 World Cup spans an entire continent, requiring an endurance level and geographic reach that changes the nature of the competition. Spread across sprawling North American host cities, the physical toll of travel is just the baseline. The real challenge is the math. For decades, 32 nations competed. Now, the field expands to 48 teams, divided into 12 groups of 4. To lift the trophy, the finalists must now play 8 matches. Previously, the road ended at 7, but this format adds a 5th knockout round. This expansion turns the world's biggest tournament into an endurance test, where the sheer volume of matches rewards survival as much as skill. For the 48 teams arriving in North America, the primary objective is simply surviving the bottleneck of the group stage. The math here is straightforward at the top. The top 2 teams from each of the 12 groups advance automatically, but the expansion introduces a chaotic variable. The final knockout slots are handed to the 8 best third-place teams across all groups. These wildcard slots are dictated by razor-thin tiebreakers, total points first, and then goal differential. Because of this structure, every single goal scored or conceded across the entire continent mathematically threatens a team's survival. On the pitch, the physical pressure of this expanded format hasn't broken the older generation. Instead, the veterans are aggressively dominating the opening matches. Lionel Messi is making history right now, taking the field for a record-breaking 6th World Cup. He proved his stamina immediately, dropping a hat trick against Algeria to secure 3 critical opening points for Argentina. Meanwhile, Kylian Mbappé netted a double against Senegal, cementing his place as France's all-time leading tournament scorer. And 40-year-old Guillermo Ochoa held the line in goal, locking down an opening victory for Mexico. The grueling format is forcing these established stars into peak performance out of sheer survival instinct. But they are sharing the pitch with the opposite end of the demographic, teenage prodigies making explosive World Cup debuts. Erling Haaland finally arrived on the global stage, delivering a dominant brace for Norway against Iraq. And Mexico fielded 17-year-old sensation Gilberto Mora, the youngest player at the finals. To put that generational gap in perspective, Mora was born after his own teammate, Guillermo Ochoa, had already traveled to his first World Cup. High schoolers and aging record holders are fighting for the exact same knockout slots. While individual stars chase records, the standings reflect a different story, a ruthless competition for mathematical safety. Germany is currently leading the field, sitting atop Group E with a +7 goal differential. The United States is defending home turf, leading Group D at +4. Contrast those margins with teams like the Rock, Algeria, and Senegal, who sit at 0 points and are facing immediate elimination. These lopsided scores prove that top teams aren't coasting. They are running up the goal count to guarantee they don't fall into the third-place wildcard lottery. The chaos of the group stage is driven by the threat of the brand-new phase awaiting the survivors. For the first time in history, 32 teams will advance into a massive knockout window running from June 28th to July 3rd. This creates a gauntlet of 16 sudden death matches. A single mistake or one unlucky penalty sends a team home. Historically, this type of early knockout round is where dark horses thrive, and heavily favored giants are most vulnerable to upsets. The scramble for goal differential in the group stage is a race to secure a high seed and avoid the heavyweights in this unforgiving first round. From 17-year-old debuts to record-breaking 6-tournament veterans, the 2026 World Cup operates at the limits of age and scale. Despite the high-scoring opening week, the true carnage of the knockout stage hasn't even started yet. The surviving teams are all looking toward the final destination, July 19th at MetLife Stadium. Only one team will survive the unprecedented 8-match marathon to claim the title. Subscribe to follow the rest of the bracket and join us for the ultimate post-tournament breakdown.